I think right now the Big Ten Conference is the deepest, could be potentially the best conference in the country. I mean, the argument could be made for the SEC. The SEC is also a very good conference. But with the additions of Rutgers and Maryland, it really, I think, benefits women's basketball in particular. And top to bottom, the Big Ten has continued to get better, and I think it's the strongest that it's probably ever been.
Down to Mills on the right block. Spins right, floats it up, and good. Nice post move by Mills against Goree. And Becca Mills has her first 2 points tonight.
It's a little bit easier in the non-conference because you're playing teams that aren't as familiar with you. But when you get into conference play, the coaches in this league are so good at game planning, at understanding strengths and weaknesses, of taking things away, taking options away. And so it's really challenging. I think night in and night out, it's going to be a battle. There are no longer give me W's on the schedule.
Not at 46, 13 and a quarter to go in the game. Jankowska, step back three, buries it. What a move by Tori Jankowska, and a timeout called by Nebraska. The Spartans have taken a 49-46 lead with 13-11 to go in the ball game.
I think this is the year where we can expect the unexpected. It's been pretty predictable in the past, and I think that now I don't think you're going to have a one-loss, maybe even 2 or 3 loss team this year winning the championship. I think there's so much parity. I think any given night, anyone can win. And this is exactly where, as a fan, as a coach, as a broadcaster, where you've wanted the league to get to. And right now it's at that point. And I also like the fact that there's a lot of young talent in this league because the sustainability of this type of basketball and the depth of this league is going to be there.
Always a fun day at the Free Press as Miss Basketball is honored. It is Lexi Gussert from Crystal Falls Forest Park. 508 miles from downtown Detroit, way up north and way west in the UP. But if you're talented, they're going to find you.
Well, Crystal Falls has one stop sign, pretty much. It's very small. You'd have to go 2 hours to find the nearest mall. Like if we want to go to the movies, we would travel 45 minutes to Kingsford, Iron Mountain, just go to the movies, and that's where like the nearest Walmart is too. And ice fishing, I know a lot of people think that's crazy. Kennedy from New Jersey has never even like heard of ice fishing, or they didn't even know there was an Upper Peninsula, so that really made me mad. But I had to bring out the map and show them. Living in a small town is what made me want to do something bigger. I mean, I really enjoyed it there. Crystal Falls was wonderful, and the people there, it's a pretty close community. But I've always just wanted to get out and do something new, so going to a bigger school has always been a dream. Yeah, this is the UP. I remember I put it up, and Kennedy, the first thing Kennedy said was, "Why do you have a picture of a fish?" So you know what, I'm just really struggling with everyone not knowing about the UP, but and then this heart, that's the place, it's Crystal Falls.
Crystal Falls is of the same sort of mold, you know, that kind of small town hero, a kid that's worked really hard, and I know a community and really an area, that whole area up there, the Upper Peninsula, is really proud of her. And then obviously Michigan State has that special connection because of Izzo, you know, being from up there. So I think it's fun to watch those kids from the UP if they have opportunities to come down and play in bigger stages.
I guess it really just goes back to my dad being the coach, and I was always just as a little girl in the gym watching my brother and watching my dad just dribbling, and I fell in love with that. I fell in love with watching at first. I think that's what really helped me learn a lot about the game, is I loved watching basketball and I loved watching the team.
I think she was one of the best passers that, you know, we've recruited, and right now I think, you know, she's trying to figure out her place a little bit. But when she's playing in that kind of mindset, especially as a scorer and a playmaker, I think, you know, it's fun to play with her because she can really set people up for layups or great opportunities. She brings a different energy, a different enthusiasm.
She's very silly and goofy, and she loves to dance. Yeah. Well, Lexi is probably one of the strangest and funniest people on the team and that I know, actually.
She's pretty out there, the horrible dance moves.
She's funny.
Dean Trailers, we are about to depart to Detroit. Make sure you keep your hands and feet in the seating area. And we'll make this a very nice trip. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to take off in approximately 5 minutes. I will only go 85 miles an hour.
I would probably just describe myself just like that. I just love to have fun. I love to joke around. Probably comes with the friends that I had back at home. We were always just crazy. We were the crazy ones in school. I don't know, I always want to have a good time. Nothing's better than smiling and joking around.
She really is comfortable with who she is and what she's about. I think she's had to find that balance, though. I think it's easy to be that way all the time, but I think, when you have to go on the court at this level, you gotta kind of turn that switch off a little bit and roll up your sleeves and get a little bit nastier, I think. And so for her, I think balancing both those has been kind of interesting to watch this year as a freshman.
When it comes to basketball, having fun is obviously very important, but once I'm into it, yeah, I'm into it. No more jokes. Not even like after the game for a little bit. Give me some time, go back to fun. But serious Lexi is serious about the game.
I tried doing a lot during the summer and helping her out that way. And Analyst helped me out a bunch last year. So I kind of tried doing the same thing for her because, it's not easy going through that kind of stuff. I went through some of the same stuff she's going through right now last year. And really, Analyst helped me get out of that and grow and keep moving forward and being positive. So I'm trying to help her out in that way a little bit and help her get through the different adversity a little quicker than a lot of us had to, because she's just thrown in the mix and doesn't really have much time to work through it.
Still yet to make a 3 at the Brez. That's kind of been a goal. I don't know if you noticed, but they've all been air balls, so I don't know what it is. Ariel's been making fun of me, but I tried telling them up in the UP air balls were worth like 5 points, so just kind of adjusting.
I know a lot of it, I tell her just trust your instincts. Sometimes she second guesses herself on offense. You can tell that she doesn't just play with her instincts, and so I just tell her to be confident and go with what you feel, kind of to play through it, because I know it can be a struggle, when you are struggling or you're trying so hard and you're not finishing. So you just gotta kind of forget about it and go out there and just play your game, because everyone here, you know how to play. You got here, so just gotta get back to that.
It is a lot of pressure, especially when you have a lot of people that are looking forward to seeing how you're doing and stuff. But the coaches and the teammates, like I said, Becca and Jazz, just always sending me texts, seeing how I'm doing, has really helped and just given us confidence. Coach Mox really helped me, and Coach Mark just shooting with me every day after practice. Just everything they do has just been great. So it's all on me now. Just gotta keep that confidence.
The University of Illinois Fighting Illini come in tonight. They are at 11-5 and 2-2 in conference off their best 16-game start since the mid-90s. So they have been playing pretty well. Now they head to the Breslin Center where they've won their last 2 meetings. 7 seconds to shoot. Jankoska at the top of the key. 4 to shoot. Jankoska with 2 on the right wing. Forces up a 3. It's in! 10 seconds to shoot. Tuck, drive, and she's swatted by Aerial Powers, and Anna Morrissey picks up the loose ball. Simmons with a 3. Rims out, Jankoska snags the board. He takes it across the timeline, chest pass to Powers, steps inside the perimeter, now drives, floats, no good. Offensive putback is good by Powers. It's to Mills at the top. Hand off to Gussert. Comes around the screen, now turns the corner, kicked out to the near side. Powers with a 3 and buries it. Aerial Powers with 23 points. Lob inside to the right block. Mills makes the catch, kicked out the corner. Jankoska drives, pass inside to Johnson, who banks it in off the glass. What a terrific find by Tori Jankoska. Still looking and lobs it up topside to Grant. She hands it off to Carter. Crosses over around the screen, out to Grant, drives from the left wing, going to the cup, blocked by Kennedy Johnson. They defeat the Illini. Breathe easy, Spartan fans. Take a deep breath and let the sigh go.
The biggest thing that you can do when you are in a position where you can give back to a community, I think you're certainly obligated to do so, and especially when you have such positive female role models like the kids that wear our uniforms here at Michigan State. They've done a lot of things, in their lives that I think really are positive for young kids to have the opportunity to emulate. So for us, being able to give back a little bit, creating this ball club that has 300-400 kids in it, giving back with clinics and autograph signings and lock-ins and things like that. I just think you never know, whose lives you're going to touch and what difference you're going to make. And so for us, it's really important that not only we give back to the community, but in particular, young kids in our community.
The mentoring part is just getting the kids an opportunity to interact with the girls or talk to them, and which they'll be able to do a little bit later in the year and just sit down and have a chance to ask them a few questions. The other piece of it is giving them a little bit of experience. We go out and we hand select kids to come down and b-ball, girls or boys, underneath the basket, and they get an opportunity to sit there on court level the entire game and be very close to the action. I think it's a mixture of not only speaking with and getting a chance to ask questions to the girls, but also just feeling like you're a part of the program or a part of the team.
I like coming to the games because it's fun watching them and how they play, and so you can learn some hints from them.
What's your favorite thing about the Spartans?
Because they fight for victory and they play tough, and just like the Cotton Bowl, if they lose, people think that they're gonna lose, but they always come back every time.
And their fight song.
It's victory
cool.
for MS.
It means a lot to have them in the program because as a player, you always want fans, no matter how old they are or what age, and the fact that they're younger kind of brings me back to when I was playing and my dreams of playing, in college ball, and then after, to the WNBA. So having them here and having them support always reminds me why I want to play and where I started. When I came to Michigan State, I didn't really know a lot about the programs around that interact with the team, and the MVP Club is really cool. A lot of the kids come to the summer camp, so it's really fun getting to know everyone. I didn't know that was such a big part of women's basketball here, and I'm really glad that I got to experience it.
One of my favorite things about it, honestly, is every time we run out for a big game, they're all lined up and we're able to give them all high fives, and it kind of lightens my mood at least a little bit. It's nice to see them all so excited to be out there, and kind of reminds us why we want to play.
I just think it's fun to look over there, and they're so excited about getting a t-shirt or a ball and screaming and cheering and making signs and really believing in our team and the girls that are out there. So for me, it's just interesting to watch. I don't get to see it a lot, obviously, but when I come out there, I always look over there and look at that section and just see such really young faces that I think we're making a difference in their lives.
Why do some people like the close games?
Because it's more, when it's closer, it's more of a battle than when you like a straight win, like you're gonna win. It's not as fun because they're not playing as hard as they can.
Our favorite players is Aerial Powers.
The first time, I didn't know they were going to do that at all. They showed up with the jersey, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome, And then the next game, they turned around and they showed me their backs, and they had my last name on there. So that was pretty amazing to see because, usually, women basketball players don't get that much publicity. So to have them wearing my jersey was kind of cool and kind of amazing.
You guys gotten to brush the floor at all?
Yes.
What was that like?
Well, it was really cool because you got to talk with the ref.
Was that your favorite part?
Yeah.
And
no, my favorite part was not that. Ariel came over and high-fived us.
I think, our kids have great attributes that certainly are important in life that I think that we should give back to those kids and show them what it takes to be, set goals and work hard and be a good student and do well in school and all those things. The other thing is just watching people work together as a team and watching kids lead.
I think it's great. I think it's unique, and I think that it's important that you give back to your community just as much as they give to us. And the kids are a very big part of our fan base. They're loud, energetic, they love being here, and for us to give them an opportunity to do this is what's really awesome.
We're trying to hold it together. We have 7 players, and obviously it's been frustrating to take all the punches we've taken and that kind of thing, but I'm really proud of them. I mean, they're working, they're battling, they're right in every game, right down to the wire. I think we're a dangerous team right now. I think they're frustrated. Certainly I'm frustrated, but I think we're really getting the most out of what we can with such a small group and some of the key injuries to kids that really should be out there in a uniform.
Top, overhead pass to Mills, down to Miller. A baseline jumper for Miller is good. Boy, she doesn't shoot a lot, but when she does, she is very efficient.
I think Coach Martin's really been the glue that's kept us all together this whole time through all the adversity. And I think that she's the one that keeps us fighting. And I think she's the reason that we never give up, because we know she would never give up on us.
By Dixon, give it to Mills, over to the near side. Morrissey with the three. Got it!
The one thing is we're not going to make an excuse, and we're not going to let other people make them for us. So at the end of the day, it is about, as the leader of the program is, we're going to prepare and we're going to do things that we have to do to be successful, whether it be from a defensive side of the ball or offensive side of the ball. I mean, I thought, we've had two really good defensive performances back to back. We struggled a little bit on the offensive end. So, you can't make the shots for them, but I think we're getting good looks. I think, we're right there. We're a rebound away, a free throw away, an open shot away from, pulling a couple of these games out. I feel like, it's frustrating, but I'm not disappointed in any way in this group of kids. I'm proud of them.
I mean, everything happens for a reason. You just got to keep believing in things that'll turn around and just have the attitude that we're going through this for a reason. And in the end, hopefully it helps us. I'm sure it's heartbreaking for her. And as players, we're trying to win not only just for us, but for her. It's hard. I know how it is being a fan and going to watch a team you want to win so bad and you're cheering so hard, and they end up coming up short more times than not. And it's a little frustrating as a fan, so I understand. We need to turn around for them too and keep them coming back and keep them being positive. And they've been great so far, so hopefully they just keep coming out and keep supporting us.
Gives it to Jankoska at the top. Bob to the free throw line. Miller turns around and connects on the jumper. Good passing by Michigan State. They've got an 8-2 lead. Into the corner, Mills, a long jumper. No good, missed the two ball. And an offensive rebound by Kara Miller. The Spartans get a fresh 30. Out to Jankoska, topside three. Got it! Perimeter to Miller on the far left wing. Up top, Powers. Drives, pulls up the free throw line, puts the jumper in the air and through the hoop. The Spartans have the rebound. Nice defense by Johnson on Rochelle. That's a freshman versus a fifth-year senior. Gussert, left wing three. It's in. There's the first three ball for Lexi Gussert of her career at the Breslin Center. Start to go back and forth now. Mills in the lane, lefty hook shot, came up short. Had great positioning, but then it's taken away by Powers. Rochelle had the rebound. Powers ripped it out of her hands and laid it in. What effort by Ariel Powers, who now has a double-double with 11 points. To the top, Jankoska, a three. Yes! Up by 9. Pass inside, tipped away by Kennedy Johnson. Powers picks it up. Takes it into the front court, down to Kennedy, up to the rack. She banks it good, and the foul. Starts to drive in the lane, kick to the near side. Gussert, near corner three. Got it! Gussert's second three of the day.
All it takes is getting that monkey off your back, getting that first one to fall.
There's the buzzer, and the Spartans win 77-71 against the Badgers at home. 4 players in double figures. Kennedy Johnson with a career high in points, Powers with a career high in rebounds, and she led all Spartan scorers with 23 points this evening.
There's 13 players Tori Jankowska, aerial powers, Anna Morrissey, Jasmine Lumpkin, Jasmine Hines, Becca Mills, Brandon Sagey, Kiera Carter.
Well, you already said that.
No, I did say Kiera Carter. Madison Williams. Oh, Lexi Gussert.
And Kennedy Johnson.
And who else am I missing?
Number 2.
Kara Miller.
Yeah.
I know that there's a new player on the basketball team now, Kelsey something. She used to play volleyball for Michigan State. Yay,
Nice job.
without looking.